Okay,
Mhm.
let me say something real quick. So there's a test that I'll give you guys all the test. What is it? If it takes 5 machines 5 minutes to make five fidgets, let's say fidget spinners, how long would it take 100 machines to make 100 fidget spinners?
5 minutes.
Got the correct answer. Now, here's the thing. Most people, when it comes down to this test, your first thought is, oh, it goes to 100. Then you're like, wait a second. I'm going to step back. That doesn't make sense. Oh, it's 5 because machines make them in 5 minutes. That is something that you were taught how to do. So without being taught how to do it, you would never be able to learn. You have to learn to assess the situation and think before acting. Now, people, just because you now have the process in thinking that way, it doesn't necessarily argue that free will does exist. It just argues that you were taught how to assess a certain pattern in a more proper way.
Would you choose to learn?
Yes, but you have to have gone through experiences that teach you that choosing to learn is going to be the best route. Because you can teach people things, it doesn't.
I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to read like the encyclopedia, and I wanted to learn even before I had experiences that gave
Children are
positive
curious, though.
reinforcement to learning.
Children are naturally curious, but continue on.
That was mostly it. I was interested in learning before I knew it was a good thing. I
Same
just
here.
wanted to learn.
Same here, because children are, what is it? I think I don't know if this is an accurate statement. I'd have to look into what they said. They were like, they did research that how many kids are actually geniuses. Oh, actually, a lot more kids are born geniuses. It's just the way they're taught, what they're taught by their parents, their school systems, everything that beats them down makes them less likely to access not only their natural curiosity. When we're growing up, our minds are the most have the most plasticity, or what is it? Where basically we can learn languages growing up at a younger age because we're absorbing more information, right? And so children are going to naturally want to absorb the most information because that's the time when their brains actually can absorb and hold that information more easily. Just
Until
a
they're
fun fact.
indoctrinated.
That, and once you get to a certain age, it becomes harder. So yes and yes. Danny, let's hear your thoughts now. You've been listening to things. The same concept. We're just discussing free will. Does it
free
exist?
will?
Yes or no? You've been listening to our arguments.
Yes, I have. Dude, I'm on the fence. Like, if free will doesn't exist, then what the fuck am I doing here?
That's why they say the belief in free will is the most important part for living a healthy life, but that doesn't mean it exists. So now, remember what I said? We're doing what we can with what we have because we have the ability to think. I think, therefore I am. Just because you're thinking doesn't mean you have free will, but you can make the best of what you have regardless and try to enjoy life and make it for betters. Because saying, oh, I don't have free will, so I'm just going to go screw over others, that's just a giving up mentality. We're better than that because we ain't shit, right, guys?
We ain't shit.
Woo! You guys are all the shit, I promise. I love you all so much. And that was also like, you ain't shit too. Thank you, Danny, for laughing at that obvious statement of just that was a fallacy. Okay, so we can always come back to the free will conversation anytime. Unless, Ledoux, you want to talk about it again, go.
I just had one quick question for the study you mentioned about the unconscious brain lighting up for decisions, or before they made their decision or before they made their action, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you consider the unconscious mind not you? Or is the unconscious mind still you?
Okay, how do you define you? Because I think we're all one. We're all one. You know what I mean? So if we're all one, you is me, you. All of us are that you, are that I. So it really depends on how you want to ask that question, because I'm just a separate instance of my ego.
In reference to your free will, is your unconscious mind when it makes the decision, is that your free will or is that another entity's free will in your mind?
How about I'll let you know how I've always kind of discussed this. And Danny, you've seen this happen. You know how when I'll be like having a debate or something, I'll say something and then surprise will dawn over my face for how well and smooth
Yeah.
it came out. And I'm like, that was back of the mind, Michael. That guy's a genius. This guy, absolute idiot. But that guy, brilliant. That's the best way I can tell you. I will not say yes or no because I don't freaking know. The best thing I know is that we're all connected on the electromagnetic spectrum to each other, more closely and strongly with our friends, but we're connected to all other humans through this interwoven pattern. And if we're all just a singular consciousness, the unconscious is probably the most us that we could ever be, but this instance of ego is me. This instance of ego is Marvin. That instance of ego is Ledoux. That instance of ego is Danny.